BCTV's Roland Boyden here, set to welcome you to an impromptu From the Edit Room edition of 545 Live here on this Friday. Now we're going to take you through an episode here where we'll prep for this weekend's nationwide climate change protest, get you the inside story on Brat's new town manager, and get into the state's newly announced decommissioning panel, plus a new grant money setup for New Fane in our 7-town summary, talk Cry You Me at Sandglass on our community calendar, and the return of BUHS TV, and with it, their weather report. It's all going to be in the next 15 minutes, so stick with us right here on 545 Live.
I'm driving to the coast, 'cause there ain't no train that runs there in the warm summer rain.
Welcome back to this September 19th, 2014 edition of 545 Live, a From the Edit Room special here. I'll take you through all the usual 545 Live happenings, including telling you that that's footage you were just watching from Warm Summer Rain, a music video from BCTV producer Andrika Donovan and area singer-songwriter John Ungerleider. Now, this was run as a PSA this week for the weekend's coming massive nationwide climate change protest set to rock the New York City area tomorrow, with more than 200 Brattleboro residents alone planning to make the trek south to the Big Apple.
Climate change is, in fact, the most powerful weapon to fight for equality and social justice. It is telling us to understand how all of our fates are interconnected. It tells us to be bold, to get ambitious, to play for keeps, because we cannot afford to lose.
A look at the official PSA for the People's Climate Change March. Now we're going to hope to get some footage from that from some of the Brattleboro residents heading down tomorrow. All right, we'll move on here and get into our headlines as promised in the Coming Up. Now, it's been a rocky road for Brattleboro's Select Board and Citizen Committee in the hunt for a new town manager, but as of last night, the search is over, as the board plans to unveil their final selection for the position at a special Select Board meeting slated to go live over BCTV, just 2 clicks up the dial on our Government and Education sister channel, Channel 10, at 6:15 p.m. this coming Tuesday. Now, for more on the town manager search saga so far, we've compiled a special 545 Live look back.
Barb Sondag, the town manager, has been offered and has accepted a position as city administrator in Olivet, Missouri. What I have to report here tonight is that that search ultimately was unsuccessful. The board met in executive session and we chose 7 people who are going to be first round interviewees. The board met with and interviewed 6 town manager candidates. I noted that we had a wide range of applications with people with a wide range of experience.
And with that, time to launch into our Commons News Report and get up on the split screen here, commonsnews.org, their official website where you can follow along. You can also pick up a free paper as they hit newsstands all around town each and every Wednesday. And with that, we'll take a look at our Olga Peters penned article selection for this week's Commons News Report entitled A New Phase and Some New Conversations, subtitled State Announces Members of the New Decommissioning Advisory Panel. Now, this is what was VSNAP, the Vermont State Nuclear Advisory Panel, now dubbed NDCAP. Here's the quote. For the 6 citizen NDCAP members, Governor Peter Shumlin has appointed Kate O'Connor of Brattleboro to a 4-year term, Martin Langeveld of Vernon to a 3-year term, Senate President John Campbell has appointed James P. Matto of Westminster to a 4-year term, and James M. Tonkovich of Wilder to a 3-year term. It also includes House Speaker Shap Smith, who appointed David L. Dean of Westminster to a 4-year term and Derek Jordan of Putney to a 3-year term. Now, the first of these open meetings is scheduled for this coming Thursday, September 25th, 2014, at the BUHS Multi-Purpose Room, slated to run 6 to 9, with each of the panel's upcoming meetings slated for recording and rebroadcast on BC TV, where they will subsequently be made available to stream online through BC TV's extensive video-on-demand service, all at BrattleBoroTV.org. All right, moving on. The corner of High and Main Street is all a-bustle. A storefront set to open for the newly renovated Brooks House October grand opening, with stores like the Wow Frozen Yogurt Outlet and highly anticipated Duo Restaurant rushing to hang signs, prepare kitchen areas, and put the finishing touches on before the grand opening. And with classes in the building's 3 college campus already in full swing, the bustle only looks to grow, adding a much needed dose of foot traffic to the downtown business economy. Now, for more on this, we'll take you back in time to last summer when Governor Shumlin made the trek to Brattleboro for a ceremonial wall whacking in the corner storefront, soon to be reopened to the public as part of Duo Restaurant.
I'll never forget walking through that building the day after the fire. We all made a promise together that we were going to turn tragedy into opportunity. And that's exactly what we celebrate today.
And with that, we'll move on and talk Seven-Town Summary in a moment. But first, our Reformer Roundup, as we check in with Brattleboro's daily paper, courtesy of their tout.com channel, tout.com/BratReformer. Don't even need the old borough in there. Again, tout.com/BratReformer, where Reformer photographers and reporters can upload short video clips from the field on the go as they report. Now, we've covered the State House side of Vermont's extensive overhaul of cell phone and texting while driving laws, which will add a stiff new set of penalties for drivers caught in the act of driving while dialing. But the implementation is officially here, as area resident Pat Smith posted to the paper's tout.com channel this video of the West Brattleboro sign advertising the new laws coming to the region. Next up, with Guilford's Green River Bridge woes dominating the headlines, Newfane is the latest BC TV-covered municipality to make a run for it, with a meeting last night that included debate over the futures of not one but 4 different bridges under the town's stewardship, including the Hickey Road Bridge, Bridge number 41, the Arc Bridge, and Bridge number 45, the last of which remains impassable pending work the board officially approved in the form of $55,000 bid from Renew Inc., whose plans for a railing-free wooden steel-supported structure caught the board's attention as the simplest method for getting it all back up and running before snowfall.
We've worked with this company, and I personally feel that we've come out with a good bid on this. And we need to do this now, so we would ask for approval immediately to go.
You can see that full Newfane Select Board meeting from last night at the landing page for the Newfane Select Board by clicking that big green watch button at the homepage at BrattleBoroTV.org, where you can then click meetings and see all the meetings that we cover as regular series. Now, speaking of regular series, and speaking of Channel 10, where both government and educational programming coexist, BUHS TV is back. That's right, the high school's morning news advisory broadcast team is kicking off another semester's worth of work. They'll be broadcasting live from BUHS on Channel 10 at 10:15 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, all the way through until Christmas. Then they'll kick off a new semester and do the spring semester as well. That means for us, we get to put a clip of their weather report into our 545 Live broadcast. Let's take a look, guys. What's the weather look like this weekend?
Saturday, it's also going to be sunny, high of 68, low of 57. Pretty nice. What do you call a carnivore who studies the atmosphere? A meteorologist.
Catch that weather report along with all the BUHS TV news as the replay for BUHS TV episodes shows right after this here 545 Live at 6 p.m. right here on BC TV Channel 8, or catch them live weekday mornings, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10:15 a.m. following the rebroadcast of this here 545 Live. All right, just a few things to wrap up here on this special From the Edit Room edition of 545 Live as we check in with our weekly video calendar. Now, this is all sponsored by the Brattleboro Savings and Loan, as their generous contributions to the station help us taking a look at area events in the form of our official video calendar each week here on 545 Live. This week, we're going to take a look at the Sandglass Theater-hosted Cry You Won event. Now, this is a performance that's actually set to be hosted at the Brook Grange in Guilford tomorrow and Sunday. We've also got the official ink on the event straight off their press release here. Part song, part story, part procession, this 2.5-hour outdoor performance is a powerful musical and theatrical journey about the effects of one of our country's worst environmental disasters, the human displacement it caused and its relevance to other communities, like southern Vermont. The show marries the spirit of New Orleans, music and storytelling with the beautiful Vermont landscape and our own stories of Hurricane Irene. Well, that does it for this here special From the Edit Room edition of 545 Live. Thanks for checking in with us. We'll be back next week, Friday, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on BCTV Comcast Channel 8. And in the interim, you can find all our 545 Live work at our series landing page by clicking the watch button at BrattleBoroTV.org. We'll see you all next week. Thanks for watching.
Won't change, we can't change when we don't feel too much pain. And I'll meet you next October in the warm summer rain. There's a warm summer rain